What's up, everyone? So I want to just do a quick video showing you a cool piece of equipment. Got this off of Amazon. I think it's like $13. And some cool exercises you can do with it. So I bought it specifically for grip strengthening and forearm development. But there's a bunch of stuff we can do. All right. So you just basically, it's got the little metal ring on the bottom, which is really cool, right? So you can just load the plates right on top of it. Now these are two like arm wrestling type exercises where you put your hand through, try and keep the forearm parallel to the floor. Sometimes I go like, I keep it angled when I go real heavy, but keep the forearm to the floor and then lift, okay? And it's usually just a quick little lift, but you can lift and hold and do isometric with it. Another way to do it is take your thumb, so you're wrapping just your thumb there. And sometimes I do a lift and hold there depending on the weight, or sometimes I do it where I'll roll the wrist. So we're getting that pronation component, basically working a muscle called the pronator teres, okay? Very good for grip strength, very good for forearm development. But then we can do a bunch of other stuff. We can get creative with it, right? We can do curls, right? So we can do curls, but I can also throw that pronation into it, right? You say, well, can I do it with a dumbbell? Well, you can, but you're not going to be able to get the pronation like that, right? And that stress that it's pulling my hand that way, okay? The other thing is the unsteady weight, right? It always makes you work more stabilization, right? So we can do that. We could even just do straight up like hammer type curls, okay? Another thing, we'd have to get pretty high on this, but we can wrap the wrist. So we wrap this a little bit like that, and then we just do some rows. Of course, I would load this heavier, but do some high torso, basically rows. And you say, why would you do that? Well, when you use a dumbbell, you hit your chest, right? It's going to hit because it's got the two pieces of the dumbbell. This you can pull all the way back, right? Because it's just a strap, all right? So anyway, that gives you some ideas. You can be creative and come up with more stuff, but that's the stuff that I mainly use it for, mainly the grip and the pronation type stuff, but pretty cool for pretty inexpensive. Anyway, peace.